Yo, what up? What up? Yo, happy Monday, traders. Welcome to the show. I am Shimano Trader, and we are live, baby. Representing the West Coast, coming into you guys live from the West Coast, California. It is the Spread Live Stock Trading Show every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Tune in, tap in. Let's get into some charts. We got a real packed week this week, guys. It is going to be a crazy week. We've got Feds announcing a rate decision. We've got the keynote speaking tonight with the NVDA CEO. We got a lot of action this week. So hope you guys are ready to have a great and wonderful week of trading. Remember to trade smart and be smart about things. Don't be dumb. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into the show here. We're going to do some pre-market prep and get ready for the show. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate you. Well, quick cut. Then we have 34 here. Perfect. All right. That should work right there. All right. All right, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was actually, I spent most of it working. Not most of it, but I did work some. I had some job sites to finish off. So we are like pretty much done with all our work. We have one minor stuff to do. So besides that, we should be ready to rock this week. Very grateful. My daughter did get sick over the weekend. We had a pretty cool experience playing volleyball as well. So I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys today, but for the most part, just fortunate to get another week to do what we love and another week to trade and do that fun stuff. So all right, we're going to get into our charts next, see what's going on here. Yeah, we're probably going to have some technical issues today. Feels like it. All right, let's do our pre-market prep here, guys. We did do a video last night, but I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time doing that, but I guess it's something I got to continue doing because that's the work that's required to be great. All right, so we're going to do some pre-market prep here, see how it goes. We should probably change this music to some hip-hop or something. This is way too chill. Let's put some hip-hop. I think hip-hop's a little bit more chill. Yeah, all right, guys. Let's do it. Pre-market high, which is our high for the week. We never got up there after Friday, huh? That is our... That's your pre-market high. That's your previous day high right there. And this is going to be our pre-market high. I really enjoy this. I guess it's just the process that it's what I enjoy the most. All right, let me turn this down a bit. All right, hopefully it comes across not too low for you guys there. But you guys don't want to hear. You want to hear me. I think that's cool. 35 is cool. All right, so that's our pre-market high there, and then our previous day low. That's pretty low for the most part. And that was our low right there. No, our pre-market low is like right here somewhere. Yeah, that's our pre-market low here. Oh, no, that's yesterday's. Maybe like right here. This is the pre-market low right there. That was the like the post-market low or something after market. All right, well, there you go. Those are your levels. We've got pre-market high, we've got pre-market low, and we got previous day low here. And you got a 30-minute chart, but we have to make this a little bit. There you go. Maybe more like that. There you go, and that's your channel right there. And Tesla's already going to the top of the expected range there. That's pretty cool. Now, we don't have any Tesla open right now. We do have Apple, though, and Apple's already popping. So it should be a good start to the week with Apple popping the way it is right now. All right, so those are your pre-market levels there for SPY. Trade carefully there. We've got our previous day low, previous day high, and pre-market high and low levels as well. And then we have Boeing, which we're keeping an eye on this week. About to reach a very key level, the $176 key level. That's like the multi-year low or something. So we're going to watch that. And obviously SPY, Apple's on watch. We're going to keep an eye on that baby. And then Lyft took a little bit of a dump, and that's not cool. No, we have a lot of we have a lot of shares, but our leaps are got a whole year, I guess, to make that up. Oil looks pretty good this week. Oil looks pretty good, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. Yeah, but I definitely don't like Lyft pulling back the way it has. Yeah, and it's got a pretty big range to navigate this week, so we'll see where we end up with that. And then ARC, a little bit of a pop there. A big sell-off on Thursday, going into Friday. And then what's Target up to on a 30-minute? No, we want hour charts here. Wow. So we have a pretty significant drop there, huh? Oh, that sounds dope. Interesting. All right, so we'll watch that. This is still Friday, huh? That's weird. So we'll go like this. And we'll watch, see what Target does today. It has done nothing as of this morning, so it's something weird here. It says Walmart wins bigger slice of Mattel sales pie. Well, that's interesting. All right, the Qs are already popping a little bit here, so we're going to keep those on watch. It's already on Monday here. Then Baba we're watching also. We got a couple of shares that we have on watch this week. A couple of companies, I mean. IWM is one of them. The Russell, we're going to keep an eye on the Russell this week. But we'll see what happens. The Qs, Lyft. Good time to add maybe on Lyft. Not sure though. Target still on Friday. That's weird. There's no pre-action, no pre-market movement. Tesla's moving up. I think I'm gonna take calls that open on Apple. We'll take the 177 calls on Apple for the week and see if those pop. Well, this should be good at open. No excuse. All right, we're gonna get rid of this. That's at the bottom also. Patterns we talk about often. C1, intro, MC scene with with live news. So this one is just me. So I'm here. Honestly, I shouldn't even be on here. So let's remove this. It should really be when I do this. Detach this sucker. There we go. But it shouldn't be that big. Maybe something like that, maybe. And we could actually put it here, right? What if it'll do it that way? Oh, just like that. Okay, let's see it. Let's check OBS real quick. Is it video capture? No. Window capture, right? Oh, there it is. It does give it to me. Oh, perfect. Capture cursor. Okay. Multi-adapters. And then TOS live with news, but they should also add another video capture. No, window capture. I'll probably just make it smaller like this. Yeah, since I'm not here, we'll put the audio thing. We'll put the live feed there. All right, that works. Scene with news, right? And this is on spiders. Yeah, perfect. There it is. We'll see if that works. See this one? That's all right. And then we have the TOS lights will be here. Perfect. All right, let's see if that works when we do it. I'm gonna check that OBS scene again. That's the way it should be. Got a little bit of time here. We'll go back to it. All right, let's see if oh Lord. I guess I have to come back and play with that. Oh, that's crazy. That shouldn't be like that. Can you undo it? No. So scene1 should have me in the bottom, and the window capture should be spy. That should be it. This one should be all right, guys. Let's go over the news for today. Should have gotten fixed already, right? It hasn't. All right, here's your news for the day. It's a market blast. Keys to the trading day brought to you by Verified Investing. NVDA will present at the GTC AI conference today. Jensen Huang will present at 4 p.m. Eastern. They're expected to unveil a chip that is 2 times as powerful at only 20 to 30% premium over the other chip. Markets have largely priced this in, but will look for other exciting factors to drive price. If nothing additional is unveiled that shock investors, it might be a sell the news event. Apple is in talks with Google to license the Gemini AI for their phone systems. Google is up 3% on the news. U.S. stocks are trading at a 21 forward per P&E, while Europe is trading at a 13 P&E. I think it's price per earnings or something like that, right? And the Federal Reserve will announce its interest policy on Wednesday at 2 p.m. This will be followed by a press conference, Jerome Powell. That is Wednesday. Big day on the schedule, guys. Make sure you guys note that. And then the Federal Reserve will announce its interest rate policy on Wednesday. You guys heard that. And then Reddit goes public on Thursday, March 21st. The IPO is 5 times oversubscribed. The company founded in 2005 has never made any money. Ain't that weird? Like, why would you want to do an IPO that doesn't have any money? Like, of a company has not made any money. That's just strange to me. All right, 7 minutes to market opens, guys. 7 minutes to market opens. Let's get ready to trade. Yeah, we're most likely taking calls at the open here with Apple. All right, traders, we got about 7 more minutes until the market opens. Let's be ready to trade. Do not come to the stock market with emotion. Let's leave that at the door. Leave our emotions at the door. Let's stay focused. If we prep this week like we did last night, if we prepped and we have a game plan going into the week, we should be feeling better about ourselves. But if we are entering the market with, I hope to catch a win this week, I hope this stock moves the way I want it to move, I hope I don't lose money, that is not a strategy. A strategy is you chart it on Sunday nights. You got your basket of stocks that you're going to be focusing on this week. You know, you got some data coming this week. You know, you got Fed speak this week. We've have a lot of things that can shift and move the market this week. So make sure that you guys come to the market with a game plan. I think too many traders are just trying to get lucky, and lucky belongs to the people who put in the work. So I would encourage you to ensure that you're doing what's necessary to prep yourself as the market gets ready to open. So, yep. A lot of data this week, guys, so make sure you guys are focused on your trades. Have a game plan. That's probably the best thing I can tell you. And usually it's have a game plan. No game plan is better than having a game plan is a bad game plan is better than a bad game plan. So make sure you guys come in here prep and ready to roll. Yeah, quality is not terrible. I think Tradecaster can do a better job though with the quality. I don't know how much of it is me. I got 4.5 minutes until the market opens, traders. Qs are moving this morning. Baba's dropping. Russell's dropping. AMD's pulling back a little bit. We do got some action on the Apple though. Apple is looking good. ARC pulling back a little bit. Target's breaking the downward trend that it's been on since reporting earnings. And then we have oil. Oil's popping a bit today too, so oil's probably a good one to watch this week. Yeah, Apple looks solid this week. I'm gonna keep an eye on Boeing to see what it does. And then Tesla. I don't know about Tesla, man. Tesla's been beat up a lot, but definitely Apple's on watch because of the news that they are in talks with Google about adding the Gemini AI technology to their upcoming phones. So that's why Apple's moving the way it is this morning. So keep an eye on that. We've actually been loading up on shares the last couple of weeks as Apple has been dropping. We had a key level at 170 that we were able to get a bounce off of. It retested that level, I think, Friday. And it's been bouncing ever since. So definitely keep an eye on Apple this week. Not financial advice, not a recommendation. You can and will lose money. But that is our range for the week here as we look at Apple for this week. We have 177.09 to the top side and 168.15 to the downside for the week. This is the weekly anticipated range for this stock based on options data. So we'll keep an eye on that. Tesla does look like it's getting ready to pop though. All right, traders got about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Yo. All right, traders, we got some stories for this week as well. I do got a sick baby in the house, so I may be pulled away every once in a while. And we are cutting the stream short on Wednesday because we have an award show for my little baby. Man, I get the sense based on just watching, these other stocks move around that the AI boom may be over, man. That hype may be over. All right, traders, we got about 2 more minutes till the market opens. Let's see what we have this week. Remember, we have a lot of data this week. Feds will be speaking, and we also have a rate decision coming up. So that'll be major for the markets. All right, 2 more minutes till the market opens. 2 more minutes until the market opens. You guys have any questions about anything? You guys know a little bit about my game plan going into the week, so definitely Apple is on watch. We want to take calls that open on Apple. I want to ride this hype all the way up to 177, top of the range. We'll see if we can make that happen. And then Boeing's been our money maker this entire year. So SPY's popping a little bit above pre-market high here. Gotta set a new pre-market high. What? There it is. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week, guys. So trade carefully out there. Boeing. We do have a key level on Boeing. I think, what do we have? 160. No, that's not it. I thought I had a level set. Oh, this red bar here. So we're calls above and puts below. All right, guys, good luck. All right, we're looking at Apple calls that open here. Already. All right, got filled. We're already filled on our first trade this morning. I mean, it hasn't even been a second, and we already took our Apple call. All right, let's go. 177. That's going to be our play for the week. Calls. 1.22. And what did we do? 177. 177.5. All right, there's our trade of the week here. See if we can hang on to that. They're already down on it. 50 cents. Yeah, that is our play of the week, so. All right, so Boeing's continuing to flush here. We're going to keep an eye on Boeing here. Right from the gate, huh? All right, it's already dropping pretty hard too. See if we get to that 177. It'll SPY above, breaking out here above pre-market high. $264.94 to start the week. All right, good start. All right, Trace got a little drop on Tesla here. SPY's breaking up with some momentum here. Qs are up. Baba's kind of sideways here. Russell not doing much. AMD's dropping a little bit. See if Lyft can recover. A little bit of a loser for us so far. All right, SPY breaking out here. Looking good. All right, Apple going for 177 already from the gate, guys. So we're up 17% on that already. SPY pumping really hard too. A 30-minute candle there. All right, Boeing 179.80, 179.26. All right, SPY breaking out for sure. Yeah, Apple was respecting that upward trend really good, so we're going to keep that on watch here. Any news on Boeing here? Federal Aviation Administration adopting new airworthiness directive to certain Boeing planes over wing and ice valves. Top 10. All right, sorry, I had to get some coffee. Like chewing right into your microphone. Don't you love that? All right, Apple looks solid here at the gate. Already up almost 2% since the market opened. It was already up pre-market too. Looking solid there. Apple is. We have all week, baby. Wow, look at that breakout on SPY though. I wonder what that means. I know this is the right time to be adding shares to Boeing. It's a little gap here, huh? I didn't even see this gap here. On Boeing. Bruh. Wow, look at Apple already at 176.27. That thing's running. Yeah, Boeing's a little risky right here. Just too early in the day to kind of really take a position on it. Tesla pulling back. Looks like SPY is pulling back a little bit too. And Apple's just crushing it, man. It's just running up with some real momentum. It has been ever since that low. So our shares look good there. And definitely our option play is working out for us so far this morning as well. Qs are moving. Baba seems to have recovered a bit. IWM, the Russell still struggling down. Oh, it's only down 0.9%, 0.09%. AMD is up 0.28%. They just look weak to me. Lyft is lifting up. Lyft looks really good right here to add shares, especially if you have a long-term portfolio on it. Oil's pulling back a bit. I like seeing Lyft that. Target looks like it's finding some momentum too here. Looks like it might have found its footing. Yeah, Boeing's tough, man. I mean, I just, it's really at its all-time low. Huh? Did you say perfect? Nice. Look at that, it'll pull back on Tesla here. Looks interesting. All right, let's look at Boeing calls. Just for shits and giggles. We're not making a play yet. 179. Damn, 180 calls are $300. 185. Top of the range. What are we looking at? 189. Top of the range. 175. All right, we're gonna chill on that for a little bit. Just gonna watch it. I'm interested in Boeing calls, but I'm not taking a play yet, so I'm hanging tight. Meanwhile, out the gate, Apple doing its thing. I love that. So early in the week too. The premium. See if those premiums will hold, especially going into Powell Wednesday. Yeah, Apple looks hella strong, guys. There it is. Keep an eye on that. I don't know if Boeing has more room to fall. It looks like it might. 175 to the downside would be 169. March 22nd, right? Oh, yeah. 175, is that? 175. Yeah, I went up in price already. Let's see if we get filled. Oh, we did get filled there. Oh, we got filled on the downside to Boeing. Should be a short trade. I don't think we're going to hang around much longer. That thing moves kind of weird. What do we do? So 175 puts. All right, we're already in the money on those. We'll see if that works out here. All right, it's already dropping here. Glad we took puts and not calls. No, we took 175 puts on Boeing. All right, so we're in 2 trades this morning already. Not financial advice, not a recommendation. You can and will lose money. We're already taking Boeing puts, 175 puts. That is at the bottom of the range. So if we get anywhere near that 175, we're going to exit just because that is the bottom of the range for the week. Meanwhile, Apple is already approaching the top of the range for the week. So we should have a pretty good breakout on both of these stocks. One to the downside, one to the upside. So we're going to stay tuned on that. But Apple's got some real momentum coming out the gate. It closed last Friday at 37 million shares, which was really high for the week, right at the close. So people knew this announcement might have been coming. Let's see what Boeing does. Yeah, we got our week, so that's what zero DTE allows you, right? It allows you some breathing room to watch, see if stocks can recover, or it just gives them more time, and that's what you want in trading, especially with options. You want a little bit more time, and zero DTE are really stressful, man. All right, we have a lot of time on Boeing, so we're gonna see what it does here. So far, it looks really weak out the gate. All right, 177.91 hit a new low here on Boeing. Meanwhile, Apple's about 50 cents away from hitting that top of the range. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see what decisions we're going to have to make here in a little bit. All right, still some downward momentum here on Boeing right out the gate. So maybe we'll catch more put money. $308.94. Wow. I'll pay for some things. All right, good start of the week so far. All right, all our trades look real solid right now. We're really well positioned in some of our basket of stocks here. Wow, 177.91. We're at a new low here on Boeing. We break this 170 something level with this 176 level. We've got a lot more downside on Boeing, unfortunately, or fortunately for you if you're short. Short king. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being a short king, guys. Believe that. Keep my soundboard up here. All right, little pullback here on Apple. Not too crazy. Oh man, Boeing is really going down. Really got some momentum to the downside here on Apple. I'm Boeing. Still dropping. Tesla's pulling back too. It's below the 5-day EMA line here. That's funny. I thought Sean followed me on Tradecaster last night. I mean, it says Sean via Tradecaster has followed you, and then I looked at the name. It was like Sean L or some weird. You know, they always try to. Oh, ARK just pulled back, dude. What's up with ARK? Lyft pulling back. A lot of stuff's pulling back, guys. Be careful out there. Like a lot of text pulling back here. I'm going to hang on to my Apple for a little bit. Just a little bit. It's doing good. Yeah, but there's definitely some pullback happening here, guys. Be careful out there. New low on Boeing, 177.76. Dude, Sean's energy is unmatched, man. That guy's got all kind of energy. All right, 176.63. We're almost at our target, and with the market open for 15 minutes, taking calls at the gate. That's been working out really well for us this morning.
Do it.
All right, Boeing continuing to fall. We are in puts on Boeing. That's good. And then we're 25 cents away from Apple's target price for the week. So we'll see how much run up we get on that. I feel like Boeing's gonna. All right, 20 cents away now. All right, man. Good trades at the gate, guys. Really good trades out the gate. All right, we hit our target price on Apple. We're already at 177. Wow, that's really moving. I wonder if Google's moving the same. What the hell are we listening to? The hell was that? Like an action movie? Oh, man. Wow, look at Apple breaking out, guys. Apple's really got some momentum to the upside here. All right, we're at our price point already. SPY bounced off the one of the EMA lines here, probably the 21, I think. No, the 8. Wow, Boeing's continuing to fall. All right, we're already up 67% on our Apple trade, 17% on our Boeing put. I have more room to give both sides. Jeez. Yeah, new low on Boeing. And we're hoping to see if Apple can hold, can stay up there. All right, I'm going to close my Apple position on it. Made some really good money on that. It's already at the top of the range, so there's no point in me trying to hang on to it a little bit longer. So real quick trade on Apple. Took calls at the open, 177 calls, strike price, 177.50 for Friday. Made some good money on it. 68 bucks on it. And where are we going to close that out? We're just closing that out because we're at the top of the range already on it. And market's a little, it's a little uncertain this week. A lot of data dump, a lot of information, Fed speak, rates, all that stuff. So you guys trade carefully, position yourselves. Just if you're going to swing into maybe Wednesday, but do not swing beyond that. Just don't know how the market's going to react. But we've already closed out our Apple calls. Might have been premature, but I don't care. I'm just going to take some money off the table right now. And then Boeing, we are in Boeing puts that are already up about 15% this morning. So we're going to see how that reacts. We're going to note here that we've closed this position. It was literally like a 20-minute trade. Don't know if it'll fall back. So I don't know if puts are the key here beyond this 177. But it had some real momentum going into the open because I think Apple and Google are in talks about dropping that Gemini AI software into the future phones of Apple. Apple's starting to really move into an AI space. There hasn't been a lot of talk about Apple and AI, but that's pretty interesting. And then we also have we've been loading up on shares going into this week. So this catalyst at open really helped our share position. So I'm okay taking a little bit of money on the calls and minimizing my risk because I am writing shares. I've got almost 100 shares, I think, of Apple. Let me go see. Yeah, that's really driving today. Let me see what my share position is on Apple. 71. So we have 71 shares of Apple we've been accumulating on its downfall. So it's been working out for us so far. It's been a good trade so far. And we're watching it come up to this, I have my little indicator here. This little yellow dashed line here is usually my, when I'm in contracts. So that's where we got to, right, to 177 and some change. Close out our position. We're going to see if it's going to break through that. Most likely it will, right? Because as traders, that's usually what happens. We exit prematurely with our winners, but we'll damn near go to the death with our losers. Like we'll go to the bottom with our losers, but our winners, we cut those suckers early, right? I mean, that's what's funny about the psychology of a trader. All right, so we're gonna let our shares ride. We've already closed out our call option on Apple. Last week I opened up put contracts on Boeing on Monday, just like I did today with Apple, and I held on to them until Thursday, and that was a really good thing for me because I usually I've been coming up in the trading game, whatever that means, right? Or just learning the trade game. I was into like short-term trades, right? So I'd be like get in and get out, kind of what I did here with Apple. And what has proven, especially now that I'm streaming, what has proven to me is that unless you have size and conviction, you can really make some quick money trading stocks, options, what have you, in short periods of time. But you got to manage that trade. Like, you got to manage the trade. You cannot walk away from your computer, especially if you have size on that trade. Um, the point being that the big money is made on the patience. The big money is made with the longer moves, right? Staying in a trade long enough to allow it to make a move. Kind of what's happening with Apple today, right? Like we've already exited this position, and we're gonna see what it does now. I mean, I'm emotionless over it. I used to really beat myself up over exiting early, and never would beat up myself about exiting early on a losing position. I'd be like, we there's this book that I read. It's called the Best Loser Wins, and it talks a lot about that psychology of a trader, and it talks a lot about how we let our losers run, but we cut our winners short real quick. And how we're wired in a weird way, right? When we're losing in a position, we're very hopeful. Oh, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. And we watched our money literally disappear before our eyes, and we feel, what's the word? We're like, we can't even, we can't take no action, even though it's happening right in front of us, right? So when our friends and family comes over and goes, how'd you lose $300 in the stock market? You're like, shit, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, I felt, it's just a weird mind trip, right? All right, I'm going to cut my Boeing now, just because it's at that bottom of the range and it's just jumping around. It's a pretty expensive stock too. All right, so we made just a little bit of money on Boeing today. We're up about $100 for the day, 2 trades. Took some Boeing puts at the open and Apple calls at open. We already closed those out. We just rode those for just a few minutes. Anyway, the point that I was trying to make, guys, is that the money, the big money, as much as you hear the traders, I mean, you won't get excited if a trader tells you, hey, man, I just made, $1,000. I opened up my position in May and here we are in July and I'm up $1,000. Like, for some reason, as traders, like, that's nothing, right? Like, that doesn't excite us versus saying, hey, man, I opened my position at 6 a.m. and by 6:15 I was up a G. Like, that's what traders want to hear. And that is that fast money mentality, right? It's that like quick, fast money. And there's just no, I don't know. There's just no staying power with that, right? Like, that strategy, I mean, as much as it's great and it's exciting, I mean, you can lose $1,000 in 15 minutes too. And I think that's the important part that traders leave out, right? They think they can make $1,000 in 15 minutes and they forget that they can lose $1,000 in 15 minutes. So, whatever side you're on regarding that, you have to just be wise about it. I can tell you just from experience, like SPY, 0 DTEs, lost my ass, 0 DTE in SPY. Where I have most success is swinging, so just hanging on to positions, like I think I told you I did last week with Boeing, right? I took puts at open on Monday, and I rode those calls. I keep saying calls. I rode those puts all the way down to the weekly low, and I left the day on the table because Thursday had a little bit of a spike and it spooked me, and I got out. But it did really, generated some really good money from last week. As a matter of fact, I'm up $1,800 on Boeing just trading it back and forth this year. Just this year alone, I've just been going, trading it back and forth, and it's been a good money maker. And I think it also teaches you to, don't trade the things, like, look for A+ setups. I guess I can say, look for the good setups. Look for the setups that are going to make you money, that you have conviction in placing those trades. Because otherwise, you're just gambling, dude. It really is. All right, so we're out of our positions for today. Look at Apple starting to give it up a little bit. And then Boeing starting to find a little bit of support here. So, you can go back and analyze the trades that you made, and then you'll realize if how you feel about them. But make no mistake, man, these Apple shares are paying the bills today. Whoa, ARK, man. ARK fell off a cliff, guys. Damn, they must know something. Might be a sell of the news event here with NVDA today. Yeah, Lyft is falling too. Rather add to Apple. All right, so we're gonna take some shares off the table here with Lyft. So we sold at 57.79. No, 1730, dude. What the hell? I wish it was 57.79. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel, man, but it feels to me like this week's gonna reveal. It's gonna have a lot of surprises for us. Sure, Apple pulled back on that, huh? Yeah, it's already pulling back, and then Boeing's continuing to the downside. Still falling. Made a little bit of cash on that. Yeah, so Boeing's continuing to fall here. And Apple's pulling back a little bit, but not too much. Russell's falling. AMD's falling. Yeah, so chips are starting to tank, guys. Starting to tank there. We said 175? Yeah, 175. Yeah, Tesla's like already at the top of the range here. Yeah, you can't mess around with some of these trades, man. You gotta think and act fast. And you just can't fall in love with the trade either. It's just the sad reality about trading. You get stuck on a stock, or it's like AMD's taking a dump. It's like it's like supporting a professional team, right? It's either you're the guy who tattoos the logo on your leg and goes to tailgates and gets into fights into the stands because somebody talk crap about your team, or you got the person that's just a casual watcher, supports the team. It's cool. Win, go Lakers. But I mean, I'm not to the death with the Lakers. Lakers don't know nothing about me. Can care less about me. Target's a little pop on Target here. 168 to the top side. I think retail's important to keep an eye on too. Let's see if Target calls. TGT fell from big last week. 165. So what's 168 to the top side? Yeah, 167.50 to the top side here. All right, we'll grab two of these. Let's see if they play for us. All right, so we're taking target calls, not a recommendation, not financial advice. You will lose money. We're going to take some calls here. It's reclaimed the 5-day EMA line. We're right at the middle of the range. Not a lot of movement here. So I think I'm making my notes for this weekend. I think Target's got a $3.87 move. So it's right in the middle here. So it's reclaimed the 5-day EMA line after consolidating a bit here. So I'm a little confident going into this trade, just watching the price action. So, and it's not exposed to tech. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to play that. Oil looks good too as well. We're at 77.05. We did spike up to 77.23 pre-market. All right, we'll take these calls though. Did I get filled? I don't think I got filled. Oh yeah, I did get filled. 167.50. That's our target. Yeah, so we're right around here. All right, 167.50. That's our call. Yeah, and if the market sells out, we'll eat shit on these. What we're gonna do? 167.50. We've got calls for 122. 1.22. I put one L there. Should be two. Oh, I put an S. So it should be now calls. Okay. And then we've got yellow. We've got boom showing on the left. All right. So we're gonna take calls on target. See how that goes. Chips are selling off. Lift is not looking good. I really thought lift was going to be like a cup and handle pattern that got negated. So always look for confirmation, guys. You know, always look for confirmation. Sometimes we see what we want to see in the charts. It's not necessarily the case. All right, so we'll see how lift reacts to this downward trend that is developing. And just see what target does. It's like 250 away from strike price, so we'll just monitor that. The Qs are moving up now. Qs looking good here. Let's see if AMD gets a little love here. Yeah, chips are risky this week, guys, so trade carefully. Chips are risky because of the information they're talking about. Breaking news.
Sentiment has been in positive territory since July. 50 is the line between positive and negative. The builders report demand is, quote, brisk. Of the index's three components, current sales conditions rose 4 points to 56. Expectations of sales in the next 6 months rose 2 points to 62, and buyer traffic increased 2 points to 34. Regionally, on a 3-month moving average, sentiment rose most in the Midwest and in the West. Now, the report also said more builders are cutting back on lowering home prices in order to attract more buyers. In March, 24% of builders reported cutting home prices, down from 36% in December of last year, and the lowest share since July of last year. But the average price cut remains the same, around 6%. They are, however, still using sales incentives like buying down mortgage rates. Sarah?
So is housing picking back up again, Diana? Where do we stand?
Yeah, I mean, it appears to be picking back up despite the fact that mortgage rates have really been hovering around 7% for the last 2 months. And so the builders are obviously benefiting from the fact that the existing home market has so little for sale on it now. We are seeing more inventory come onto the market because it's spring and we usually do. But demand is still there. I think people are starting to get used to the 7% rate if they can afford it.
Wow.
Got it. Diana Olek, thank you very much.
Nice. This is becoming
It's
commonplace.
going to be a very
7%.
busy week ahead for the markets. A lot of catalysts. The three main ones, the Fed, the BOJ, and NVDA, I think are the biggest impacts of the market. Here's the calendar.
We got your BOJ, didn't we? That you were telling us about that on Friday.
It's going to come tonight.
Oh, it's tonight.
It's tonight. Okay. Tuesday is the BOJ meeting.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's also exciting for me because on Thursday, Nike and Lululemon both report. I don't think they've ever reported on the same day, which is just interesting because they're competitors. But it's earnings, it's Bank of Japan. Let's talk about Bank of Japan because this is a really big deal. So Bank of Japan is set to raise interest rates tonight. Maybe they'll push it to April, but increasingly economists think it's going to happen tonight. And
yeah, chips are continuing to fall here, guys.
And they would take it from negative 0.1% to 0%. The last man standing on negative interest rates. Here's the wage jump in Japan, and here's part of the reason why. They had these negotiations with the largest trade unions.
All right, we're gonna stop this.
Friday, I believe, and you can top up.
All right, we'll go back. We're back to our music, guys and gals. All right, that was just some info. I guess builders. All right, ARC's breaking support here, 4805. Got it, gonna dip lower. Yeah, that means that the Qs, right? The Russell's falling again. Probably puts are the play instead of calls. All right, so there's Apple with a little bit of a interesting, you know, it kind of hit the top of the range, man. That's our weekly range. Kind of hit that range, and now we're starting to see a little bit of a red candle. Super interesting, but not for you if you were prepared for the week, right? I mean, that's why we closed out that position. I wonder if we should take some apples off the table too. All right, we're gonna hang on. We're gonna leave our shares alone. All right, Boeing seems like maybe resuming more to the downside. Apple's kind of topped out. Looks kind of toppy. Oh, Anthony, what do you want, sir? I'm gonna have to talk to that guy. See how I can help him. What's SEO? That should be the question. What's SEO? What's SEO, Angel? I just need a presence. I'll just jump on a call with that guy. If he doesn't want to talk to me, no big deal. I'm plenty busy. All right, Baba, still consolidating here. Looks like it's consolidated at this level here. Top of the gap. Looks like the top of a gap here. Just analyzing charts, man. I like that. I like that task. All right, guys, 708 on the West Coast. This is The Spread. We are a live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. I am Shimano Trader. You can find me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. I may need to adjust that. Why build up a new presence when I could just have you come over to my other one? So, yeah, so thanks for joining us today. Thank you for being part of the show. You have any questions, comments, put them in the chat. And you want to connect with me? Oh, got it. So this guy does food. I wonder if we can help him out, man. All right, good thing we didn't close any Apple there. Apple's starting to find a little bit of maybe consolidation at that top of the range. SPY's breaking out above pre-market highs and previous day highs. So SPY's got some juice behind it here. But I think if we looked at the play, somebody did a play on Twitter where they said that we expect a pop on SPY going into the market, right? And then I think we drop off. So we'll see how that plays out. That's what it pays, guys. It pays to look for information, right? Like if I know that there's like, what do they call that? There's the name. What's the word? They have alerts, right? So you want to get an alert that their stock is moving and you should place a trade. I don't think that's cool, man. I really don't think that's cool. It doesn't really teach you anything. It doesn't teach you about. It teach you important things like patience and analysis and sticking with the trade. All these little emotions that you go through when you're trading. When somebody just tells you buy this stock here and sell it over there, it just doesn't make sense to me. All right, still watching SPY here. Kind of hit the top of this here. Little indecision candle. See if it can get above that. Tesla looks like it's starting to maybe find some footing there. All right, AMD's returning a little bit. The Qs are moving. Baba's moving. The Russell's moving to the upside. Yeah, we're down $5 on target. It's okay though. It's really early. We might hang on to that one for a couple of days. Lift looks like it's breaking. What's the range on Lift here? Lift like it's breaking a downtrend. Let's see if that holds. We need confirmation. Target's looking good now. Target's looking like it's starting to ride that 5D MA line. We should really like to see that. Yeah, it's been pushed down all the way, so we'll see how that turns out right now. Yeah, we've seen some recoveries on the chips. I like the Russell here. Russell looks got a little bit of support here. I don't know if I'm just making that happen there. All right, target's moving. So we're break even on target now. Lyft is kind of looking good on that breakout there. We need confirmation though. So Target's gonna keep pushing a dividend there. Jeez, man! As soon as we closed Lyft, it started moving. We cut some of our shares there. Meanwhile, Apple's resuming its up move. But I think that was the idea coming into the market this week. It's like we're gonna get a nice pop Monday and probably pull back the rest of the week. All right, so we're seeing Apple continue to the upside. We did close out those calls because we're sitting on shares too. There's just really no point in double dipping on it. Just unnecessary risk. I think our shares, let our shares run. I like Boeing here, kind of at the bottom of the range, to see if we can get some upside on Boeing. It's gonna be really hard though. 189 to the high side would be really difficult on Boeing, but maybe all its bad news are done. Maybe. Let's look at Boeing calls just for entertainment. It's already up on target, $7. That's 4%. We say 189. Jeez, that's so much. 187.50. Where did we open? 178. We're 178. Really? Jeez. 180's 200. $185. Wonder if we can get up there, man. Wonder if we can get up there. $182.50. Nah, man. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Think it through. All right, target 165.15. So we see a little bounce across the market here. I mean, Spice popped. Looks like Apple. It looked like it was just gonna. It got exhausted, but it's gonna continue to the upside. Tesla's looks good. All the chips that sold off have made a comeback. AMD's coming back. ARC, the Innovation Fund, and AMD. I said right. Yeah, I don't really look much at the NVIDIA stock. I'm just one of those people, man. I like when there's a lot of hype around a certain stock. I usually stay away from it. Baba's coming up a little bit. The Qs are up. 1.42%, about $6. That's a good one. Target's starting to move a little bit too. Yeah, we're up $1 on Target. I'm just wondering if Baba can make a move to the upside. I mean, it's starting to look okay. 182.50, 185. 180. All right, let's try it. I don't know if it's gonna leave any money for our our plays later. All right, let's do 182.50. No. I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna just wait. 105, huh? We have to get to 185, but we had calls about 185, so yeah, it's a little bit of a risk. A little risky. No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait up on that. There's just no need to do anything right now. Baba's moving a little bit. I know they're gonna be raising rates over in Japan. I don't know how much it's gonna impact Baba. So, bud, hey, what time we heading out? What time is that? 8? Until 8? Okay. Most likely I'm taking you to school, okay? I think mom and I were up at night, so I just want to let her sleep. She give me a heads up when you're ready to roll. All right. All right, since see Target make a move here. Target looking good. We'd take 2 contracts on Target, right? Yeah. Yeah, we did took 2 contracts on Target, so we'll see how that plays out. It's looking good right now. I mean, they're getting some market share from, I think Macy's is closing like 150 stores, something crazy like that. So we are seeing a little bit of maybe market share that's going to get picked up there. Yeah, so once Apple hit this top of the range, man, we started seeing a little bit of resistance up here. It doesn't mean it's not going to continue higher, but it does mean that it respected that top of the range for us. So if we looked at what we looked at earlier, we saw that Apple had, what was the word? Had a catalyst this morning because of the Google relationship and the chip, the AI, I think it's called Gemini, being put on the Apple phones moving forward. At least there's talks about that. So that's what moved the stock this morning. But I think we're going to see a lot of pop and drops going into this week. At least that's what I saw on somebody's chart on Twitter. Made a lot of sense to me. You know, a little pop in the morning or early in the week, and then we're going to drop off. Target's looking solid, guys, here. Target is up. Yeah, so we're up $25 in our Target position here. That's, 15%? 15 minutes. Not bad. Let's see if we can come and work its way up. We have 2 contracts on that. So we have, we're going to do some runners. I think staying away from tech this week is probably not a bad idea. So trade carefully. That's why Boeing, Target, Baba maybe are better options this week just because of the catalyst. I know NVDA speaking tonight as well. SPY, new high here. New high for the day, 1515. Nice. But I think we drop later in the week, so I'm going to try to play to the downside. Breakouts or breakdowns are up 23% in our Target position. Yeah, looking good, man. Month looking good. Arc pop, little pop on Arc here. NASDAQ new 52-week highs. Update market chatter. United Airlines final talks for Airbus jets after Boeing Max 10 delays. Oh, ouch. That sucks, man. That sucks for Boeing, dude. When it rains, it pours, guys. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm really tempted with Boeing, guys. $182.50. Was that where was that at? $182.50, right here. All right, we're gonna take one. All right, so we're going to take some Boeing calls here. Not a recommendation, not financial advice. 322, we're going to put calls here. I hope I don't regret that. 182.50. Is that what we took? We're already down on them, I'm sure. Yeah. 182.50. All right, we're taking those calls there. 182.50 on Boeing. See how they play. See if they play nice. And then that leaves us some money to play the calls. I'm sorry, the earnings this week with Josh. Yeah, so we're gonna play. All right, Boeing new high here. 515.03. Moving higher. Apple's moving higher as well. Target pumping, nice. All right, we're looking solid here, guys. I'm gonna put TGT over here, just because I want to watch the chart, and I'm gonna put Tesla back on the TGT side. All right, Lyft is breaking out, or just breaking that falling resistance. It's looking good. I sold out a little early on it. All right, so far Boeing's working out. Target's working out as well. Nice. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the spread. We're making money already this morning. All right, things are looking good here. I like Target. Yeah, even Boeing looks like it's catching a little bit of upside. I think the only thing down today is the Russell so far. Yeah, 177.50, man. That was a call. All right, Baba up against the 200-day moving average on the hourly chart. Kind of bumping up against that. And then we've seen AMD come all the way up to... I think AMD had a big range this week. AMD had a $13 move expected this week, so that's pretty significant. See if that thing doesn't close on me. All right, man. It seems to be all our positions are playing out well. SPY continuing to the high side. New high on SPY. Everything looks to be popping. I'm just so weirded out that somebody called this today. We pop on Monday, drop off the rest of the week. Damn, no checks today again. Oh, somebody's getting in a Kiwi box today. All right, Target with a nice candle here on the hourly chart. Good day today so far, traders. Boeing, nice comeback on Boeing too. We're up all the way across the board here. Looking solid. Looking solid for a Monday. Qs are up. Russell's the only one lagging today. It's only down by 0.10% though. Yeah, Lyft kind of pulled back to it. Popped and pulled back. Yeah, man. Regardless of whatever, I think Apple is up against that resistance line there. I think that's the top of the range. I don't know if we can expect more upside on that. Might be a bad idea to sell out everything going into this week. I wonder. So what I got? 12 to be 6K. I'll take it here. Today my average 172.74. I just we'll see. We'll see if we'll prove that to be a wise move or not. Where's Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin's struggling a bit here at the all-time highs of 69,134, previous all-time highs. So what do we have? We sold at 177.18. Selling to strength, man. Red dog. Yeah, right there. All right, man. We'll see how that plays out. Don't know if that was a wise move or not, but we're gonna just take half of our shares here on Apple at these levels. May come back. I'm not sure. We might dump this week, so we're just trying to preserve some of these gains. Yeah, it's still going higher. Target a little bit of a pullback here. What level is this? All right, we might see a little resistance here. All right, let's switch up the music here. 7:30. I know you guys like this one. All right, traders, continuing to watch here. SPY breaking out here, new levels on the high side. Target a little bit of a pullback here. Apple continues higher, and we did take some Boeing calls that are in the money now. We're just going to continue to watch that. It's up against the 5-day EMA line here, so we're going to see what exactly how it reacts to this level here, but let's try to break above that. Boeing looks good here. I kind of like it here, so we'll see how it reacts. Just going to continue to watch it here, see if we can do a little trend line on it. Maybe on the next candle we'll do a little trend line on it. SPY a little pullback here. Yes, Lyft gave it all back up. So he tried to break that line of support or that line of resistance there, and it got rejected. Tesla's moving well here, moving towards closer to the top of the range. $71.32. All right, we're gonna take a little. We're gonna add some shares to Tesla. We're actually gonna open some shares on Tesla here. So we just added some shares here on Tesla. We're just gonna watch Tesla. I like Tesla. I like when it sells off, and I'm able to grab some shares, and then the range is between 170 to like 200 plus. I think is normally the range that I like to trade it in. So we'll see how that reacts. And we're still in our Apple. We did add to our Apple here position. We sold some of the position on strength here. We had some shares on Apple. We sold into strength here just because it's moving to the top of the range. So we're going to take some profit on that. SPY kind of at the top here, starting to a little bit of a pullback there, possibly, not sure. And then we did take some calls on Target also. We have Friday calls at 167.50 as our strike price. We're already making some money on that. Yeah, we're up 15% on our Target calls. We have 2 contracts on that, so we can peel some off here on strength if it does decide to go up higher. And we've taken some. We've opened a Tesla share position on our other brokerage account, not on Thinkorswim. So we're gonna add to that. And then we did sell some of our Apple on strength here. We were in at 172.50. We took some money here at 177.18. It's about a $5 run there, dude. So it's not bad. Take some profit there and repurpose some of that money for something else. But we were in calls on Apple this morning, and we wrote them. We did about $80 on it really quick, and then stopped. So our only option plays this morning or that are open is our Boeing calls and our Target calls. So those 2 positions are open currently. Trying to see if Boeing can get above this 5-day EMA line. That is the goal, to see if we can get some upward momentum. We did make money on puts on Boeing at the gate. Right from the gate, we wrote this first candle down, made some money on puts, and now we switched sides and we're on the call side for Boeing. I think we look at the range here for the week. We're at kind of hovering around the bottom of the range. I think tech is probably what most exposed this week, just with NVIDIA talking tonight. Keynote speaker, CEO of NVIDIA is going to be speaking today. Something about they have a chip that is 20 to 30% more expensive, but it gives you like 2 times the computing power or something like that. So he's going to be speaking tonight, 4 o'clock. I think it's 4 o'clock. I think it's 4 o'clock Eastern time. He's going to be speaking at some event. So people are kind of getting ready for that. Maybe a catalyst, maybe not. We don't know. We'll see. Russell still down 0.22%. I think Russell's the only laggard today. I think everything else is pretty much green with the exception of the Russell. Russell's down a bit. So the bias going into this week. All right, nice move on Tesla here. The bias going into the week is we're gonna pop today, which so far has been the case, and drop the rest of the week. So there's some guy I follow on X. Forgot his name, but anyway, he did a really cool analysis on the Qs last night, and it looked good. And then we were using futures as well as a guide. Can see how futures did. I think if you look at futures, you'll see that. Let me see here. Put it here so I don't have to move charts. When you look at futures, right, kind of we have that sell off. Now we have the climb here. So we're expecting this to be a climb here, but then we're gonna start seeing some downward action later in the trading day to the rest of the week. That is just the overall bias that's going into the week. So Just be careful. Just because somebody said something to you or you heard something, it doesn't mean it's right. I mean, I listen to the guy, but I'm using it as part of my strategy here. I'm not necessarily going with what he's saying 100%. All right, man. Look at the Apple hit our weekly goal of what was it, 177.50. It's over by 5 cents. That was our call this morning. We got out right below that, and like I said, we made like $80 on it. But now it's starting to maybe even possibly break out. So we'll see how that goes. It's all right though, man. We don't, no emotions on it, right? You made the trade and made money, great. Made the trade, you didn't make money, great. You made the trade, you lost money, great. Like don't get caught up in the emotions of trading. I think the simpler you put it, the more black and white, I think you better chance of a proper execution on some of your trades here. So we're gonna continue to watch this grid here. Always has SPY open. SPY looks pretty good here. We'll see if this is no, I don't think so. I kind of want to look, like I say, it's like a topping tail, but it's really not. But look at this move, man. Right from this bottom move here. That was the previous day low, and we've just been riding this baby all the way up. Yeah, Apple's moving. If anything, I probably felt like adding. No, I already took some profits on it. Yeah, Tesla's starting to move now. So Tesla's up 5%. The weekly move on Tesla, when we did the range last night, Tesla has a $9.48 move expected for the week. So we're already at $8.30. We're really $1 away from the top of the range from the move, the expected move for Tesla. So we're going to see if this may be the top on Tesla. We don't know. We'll see. Oh, that chart's not on the screen, guys. Sorry. All right, target looks real solid here. Maybe I should stop that this thing here. Maybe that'll help. Our target continuing to look good here, approaching our strike price of 167.50. We have 2 contracts on Apple, so I'm sorry, on Target, so we can bail out if we need to, or we get really into the money. We can take some profits there pretty quick. All right, traders, where you at? What are you looking at? What do you see? If you have any questions, comments, put them in the chat. Any feedback on the stream quality is appreciated. You guys are seeing like, hey, man, can't hear you. All right, it looks all pixelated. Whatever. I'd be grateful. We appreciate your feedback on it. But if you're just here to chill out and listen to some jams and trade charts, then great. Welcome. ARK, nice candle on ARK. Tesla's looking real solid too. Tesla is at the top of the range there now. It's looking really good. Yo, even Boeing's doing really good here. Let's see if we can get above that 5-day EMA line. Yo, it's a good day. $500 day today. That's not bad. Both shares and options this morning. That's how you want to start the week, right? Russell's almost in the green now. Looking solid here for Boeing. I like it. I mean, Boeing is a slow mover, but it moves. And we've been riding this. I mean, we've made over $2,000 or close to $2,000 on Boeing this year. Just trading the news and trading the momentum. So up or down. So a lot of things I like to talk about is just what's the word I like to say is having a basket of stocks that you follow, right? And it could be any stocks. It could be the hype stocks. It could be whatever you want. But what's important is that you get familiar. That you get familiar with the way a stock moves, right? And that's the key, I think. And I have like my basket of shares that I like to, of stocks that I like to watch, and I chart them every Sunday night. I set the expected range for the week, and then I trade within those levels. So, you know, you got to put in the time, guys. You got to put in that time to ensure that you understand what's happening in the charts and you can react to movement in the stock market. So, you know, I can't speak that enough. I can't speak enough about being prepared to come to the market prepared. You know, otherwise you just get your ass handed to you, man. And then that'll happen enough where you'll either make a decision to stop trading or go get educated. But make no mistake, man, nobody's on here making a lot of money just by damn luck or dumb luck. All right, there's SPY here consolidating. Looks like we're going to get maybe another push up there. Apple, nice. Apple's up almost 3% today, $5. Hey, but we're well positioned this morning, man. Thank God, going into the day this morning, going into the week, things look really good on the P&L for sure, and on the positions that we've taken this morning. It's going to be, I'm going to step away from my computer in a little bit here. I have to drop off my son to school. And I usually don't do that on Mondays, but my little girl's sick. So mama's got to stay home with her. And hopefully she gets better. So put out some good vibes out there, guys. Put out some good motivation, some good vibes, good energy for my little girl to get better.
Good luck, traders.
That's her, man. She comes in here before she goes to school every morning. When I'm streaming, and she likes to say that live to you guys. So, all right, we're just continuing to watch the SPY here, starting kind of facing a little bit of a little bit of resistance up here. So what I do when I get these wicks like that, what I like to do personally, I like to put like a little bar here, and it kind of sets the tone from like, okay, there's a little level here. What's happening in this level, right? We're getting in some resistance here. Is this the top, right? Is this the top of this? We don't know. Is this the beginning of a downtrend? We don't know. What we do know though is that our 5-day EMA line is still holding support, right? Anything above that, we are not changing our bias. Once it dips below the 5-day EMA line, which is the line that I swear by this line, man. It's a powerful line for me when I'm trading intraday. And it's even more powerful. The 8 and 21 are even more powerful on a daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. So those are the things you guys can do with your strategy, is just kind of look at the stock from a weekly perspective, from a monthly perspective, daily perspective, not just these small time frames. These small time frames, there's so much action that happens in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that it really makes you change your bias really quick. Like, oh, I'm going to go long. No, I'm going to go short. I'm going to go short. No, I'm going to go long. So, having a macro view of the week and then a micro view of the intraday is good advice. Good advice if you ask me. See, you see this? It's kind of hit a level here. So we're going to see what happens at this point. So I like just analyzing the chart and the price action. So, and this could mean nothing to nobody, but to me, it's like, okay, it's an area of interest for me, right? So let's say we break above this. Let's say we consolidate here and then break out. What happens when we come back down to this level? Does this level react the same? Are we going to have the same reaction? We don't know. So it just becomes something to look for. Man, we're up $50. 31% on our target calls. We have two contracts here. We're up 31% so far. Our strike price is 167.50. We are within maybe $2 of that. So this is looking real solid here on the target. It's not a tech stock either, so I'm a little bit more comfortable in this trade just because it's not going to get influenced by the NVIDIA chatter tonight. But make no mistake, this week is we've got the interest rate announcement, I believe, and the Feds are speaking on Wednesday. So that will move the market. Look at this rejection here on SPY. And as you start seeing this little pullback here, you start seeing a little wicks here. I know I don't have Tesla on here. I have it on another chart, but even Tesla's right starting to experience a little bit of a resistance. Oh, look, Lyft is doing better now. All right, so we'll watch here what happens here with Target. Target's making money for us today so far. Boeing, we'd made money on puts. Now we're sitting on calls. We're trying to get to 182.50 by the week. So that's what we have all week to get there. And again, these stocks are not really, I mean, especially Boeing's being beat up so much. I mean, outside of another disaster, God forbid, we're probably going to see Boeing maybe hold at this level. We have the all-time lower level at 176.25. 176.25 is like the annual low or 52-week low on it. So we're sitting at low levels or at the lower end of the Boeing range for the year, I guess you could say. So I'm comfortable here. We took puts in the beginning and now we're sitting on call. So we'll see if we can get above the 5-day EMA line. As you guys know, it's one of my favorite lines there. And then go into see if we can start riding some momentum to the upside, which would be great. So we're not too far from being in the money there. So we'll keep watching that. Q still moving up 1.53%, about $6.70. Baba's making a little bit of a push here, up 0.72%. The Russell's finally green, up by 0.01%. Whoop whoop. And then the chips are starting to make a little bit of a comeback too. So the chips are going to be, I think they're going to be pinned until NVIDIA speaks tonight. Even ARC's starting to recover a bit. ARC sold off a lot. Let's see what happens here with SPY, right? We're watching SPY. We're seeing how it acts at this level. It'll pull back on Apple here. See that? See the sell-off, see the wicks, the waking action up here. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we just pop in the morning, early part of the week, and then we fall. But not financial advice, not a recommendation. I'm more comfortable being in non-tech shares this week just because of I don't know. Like there's like this. I'm sure if you're trading, you know about the rising wedge on the S&P and on the SPY, right? No, they trade the same, but yeah, they're expecting a pretty significant pullback if we do break to the downside. 51.72 on the S&P, 51.72. Futures are 52.36. So I usually walk away, but I'll go like to the kitchen to get something or go to the restroom or, you know, walk away for a little bit and come back. But I'm going to probably be gone for about 20, 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes at the most. So if you're here listening, that's what I'll be. Let me see my OBS if it's telling me. All right, nice move on target here, man. Starting to reclaim the 5-day EMA line here. That should be good. Starting to get a little toppy on the tech side of it. So some of these non-tech stocks are seeming to be moving a little bit. Yeah, I was gonna do a duplicate, right? I don't know if it lets me. Oh, it does let me duplicate. Oh, cool. Scene 2. Let me rename this. Can I rename it? Rename, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, that'll work then. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. I can make that transition there. All right, traders, I need to step away for a few minutes, but I will be back. I'm leaving the charts and the music in the background, so you guys just chill out, check that out, and I should be back in about 20 minutes or so. So thanks for hanging with the spread today. We'll be back, and yeah, that's all I can really say at the moment. That's all I got to say about that.
Deixa sua bunda ardendo. Vou dar tapa, 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 cara. Deixa sua bunda ardendo. Deixa sua bunda ardendo.
Toma sua safada, fica sua safada, vai. Toma sua safada, fica sua safada, vai, vai. Vem sentando pro pai, pai. Vem sentando pro pai. Vem sentando pro pai, pai. Vem sentando pro pai.
Eu tentei bater de frente, 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 de frente. Quer ser que sou agressivo, deixa sua bunda ardendo.
Vai novinha com todo prazer, hoje você tá tarada.
Piranha, vai no toma, toma, vai. Toma, toma, toma. Vai, toma, toma, toma.
Deixa sua bunda ardendo.
All right. We're back, baby. We back. Let's fix this here. All right, guys, we're back. Target's pumping. Apple gave it up a little bit. Yeah, that was the idea. All right, nice pop on lift there. ARC, nice pop too. Tesla pumping it up. All right, top of the range on Tesla. See how that goes now. $51.70 on the S&P. Wow, good day of trading, man. Thank God. See what BTC, no bueno. Qs look good. 809, guys. 809 on the West Coast. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. We are a live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. We are broadcasting over the Tradecaster airwaves, also on YouTube. Check us out. Tap in. Ask questions. Learn. Have fun. Listen to some jams. All right. Looking good here. Looking good. Things look good so far. Well positioned today, guys. Good day of trading today, thankfully. Damn, our Apple would have been a big time. It's all right, though. It's too early in the week. I don't think we would have been able to hang on to those gains. I think there's a pullback coming for sure. Where's Boeing at 2150? See how that acts. Wow. That's what I feared. How come they didn't let nobody know? She gave my $20 back. I need to find something else to do my... Damn it. Alright, what do you think about Boeing here? Maybe we should cut this loose. All right, we're going to close out our Boeing here to try to preserve some profits here. Nice, we're rocking out, baby. 811 on the West Coast. You're at the spread. You're in the spread. In the spread? That's funny. Like Target looking solid, man. Boeing's maybe a little bit of a pullback here on Boeing. Even Apple's giving it up a little bit here. All right, Boeing's starting to give it up a little bit. Start to see some pullback across the board here on all tech. This jam slaps, as the kids like to say. Yeah, I wonder if Apple can make it back down to the bottom of the trend here. Let's see what it looks like on a daily. A lot of shit happening here. All right, let's close. Let's get rid of this. Here we sold up there. We're gonna get rid of that too. We sold all there on that gap up move. 168.15 to the downside. I already hit the top of the range, man. I think shorting anything at this level, maybe it'll work to the downside. We'll see. How's down to OBS? Maybe it sounds better like that. All right, traders, we've closed out our Apple position both on the option contract and our share. So I think we're kind of top of the range here. We're going to respect our rules and close that baby out and see if we can catch some downside to it. Meanwhile, Target's been our big winner right now. We're up 120. We're up 75% on our Target calls right now. Look at we hit the top here. Starting to have a little bit of a sell-off. We do 170. Ugh. 168.15. Oof, that's gonna be tight. Oh, this jam bangs, dude. 176. I think Boeing may be premature on it a little bit. It's okay. We've got nothing but winners today, guys. So no. I'm not scared of anything right now. Gilbert Garcia still sunning. Everybody, real estate agents took a pay cut, man. You guys hear about that? That's crazy. 6% to sell a house. Now Boeing looks pretty solid here, man. I wouldn't necessarily poo-poo it. What was that? Get my invoice. $14.06. Oh, SPY selling off now, guys. There's your sell up on SPY. Oh, it looks solid, dude. Looks really good. Excellent. All right. All right, Boeing looking good here, guys. We cut that early, so it's okay. Our targets are really printing today. Maybe Boeing's a good time to jump in some shares on it. Or just leave it alone. Stop trading today. Too much trading already. All right. SPY selling off. We set this bar here and it reacted right at this level. So now the sell-off is coming. Feeling good about closing out our Apple on strength. That's another T-Dog. Is it T-Dog? Red Dog. Red Dog on Instagram. No. Yeah, he's on Instagram too. Red Dog on Instagram and on Twitter, formerly known as. He talks a lot about selling into strength, right? So this morning, Apple's been beat up a lot. It's been in and out of the news. This morning, what did we hear? We heard Google and Google and Apple may be joining forces to do the to add the Gemini AI technology to the future iPhones. So that was a catalyst, right? So that made the stock pop how it's popped today. So now we're, if you guys chart on the Sunday. I chart on Sunday, so I have my weekly expected move for Apple. Here, let me blow this up to kind of make my point here. Right, so my weekly range on Apple is 177 to the top, to the high side, and then 168 to the low side. As of this morning, we've already hit our top of the range move here, and now we're starting to see some sell-off on tech. You guys know, have the NVDA, the CEO of NVIDIA is going to be talking tonight at a keynote. Might move the market, may not sure. But, you know, by following that strategy, the selling into strength, I sold half, and then when I started seeing some red candles, I sold all of it. So we had about 70-some shares of Apple that we had our average range of 172.74, and we sold at about 175 and some change. So basically about a $5 move, 177 and some change. So basically about a $5 move on Apple. We took that profit. We're done. We're gone. And now we did take some target calls this morning as well. We took 2 of those. Those are up. What is that up? That's up 86% this morning already on the target calls. Again, we're trying to work up to the top of the range here and try to take profits, or at least leave one contract up at these levels. So we'll see how that works. We work Boeing puts in the morning. We made, you know, just a couple bucks, some lunch money on puts in the morning on Boeing, and then we went long, but we've already closed that out. We've only made like 15 bucks on the call side. Just to manage risk and manage trade, I traded a lot this morning, both on shares and on options, and we're up about $600 for the day. So wonderful start to the week. Don't want to screw that up, man. It's just typical trader behavior, right? We want more. We want more. $600 ain't enough for me. And these are the things we say to ourselves, and we get greedy, right? We got to fight that greed. I mean, walking away with $600 in your pocket after a trading day like today, I mean, you should be happy and content. Come back tomorrow, try to do it again, instead of trying to make that into 6,000. That's kind of how we get burned. It's really I mean, I almost want to say it's really similar to gambling in the sense where, obviously, I don't think stock trading is gambling. I think it's gambling if you come to the trading desk uneducated and you do no prep work. Then I consider it gambling. But it's not gambling. It's gambling when the reference I'm trying to make here is like when you come to the trading desk, it's like a gambler that is up on the day, right? Like I'm up $600 today trading, I don't know, playing blackjack. And instead of taking that money and then, going to the casino, going to the poolside or go watching a show and then get away from the whole gambling scene, more often than not, you're going to lose that money, right? It's like good old, if you ever play slot machines, it's like, oh, they make you win in the beginning. You get some money and you play that money and then you end up walking away with nothing. So it's not very different. It's not very different. I think what really separates traders from gamblers is the obviously the studying and the chart watching and the knowledge that we gain. I have never spent a lot of time looking or reading books or watching videos on gambling. Never, almost never, right? Probably why I never win. But when it comes to trading, yeah, I mean, I'm here. I'm trading my strategy this morning, and so far it's made money for me. So, I wish that for you as well. Oh man, already calling me about. All right, guys. Target is a big winner for us this morning. Yeah, looking real solid. We're about to hit our target calls, 167.50. We're literally 40 some cents away from getting that, and we'll be in the money already in target. We may close out one contract here and let the other one ride. Spy with a little pullback. It's pre-market high here. See how it reacts at that level. It's coming up to the 5-day EMA line. If you guys know me, you guys know I love that. Excuse me. I like that 5-day EMA line intraday. So far, it's been riding it up. Now it's starting to test it. Apple's not going down without a fight, so nothing's for certain in the market. Tesla's doing really good too. Tesla's a nice little pop up, 6.72% today, almost $11. It had a $3 range. Tesla had a range of $9.48. It's already exceeded that, sitting at the top of the range there. So let me see. Let me bring it on the main chart here. If anybody's here cares to find out, we're gonna replace this target with Tesla and show you what I mean. I'm gonna blow this up. All right, so what I'm showing you here is this, right? So here is our this is our hourly chart. So this is the bottom of the range here. 154, top of the range is 173.05. We're already sitting at 174.35. So based on my strategy, we've already hit the top of the range. And the strategy, no strategy is 100% foolproof. You guys should know that, right? Like, I shouldn't have to tell you that. But what I will tell you is that it's already hit the top of the range here. There's been weeks where it gets to the top of the range and it just kind of keeps going. It doesn't really do much. It just keeps going. And then we have the bottom of the range. And then we have sometimes at the bottom of the range where it'll break the bottom of the range and it'll just keep going too. It won't respect the range at all. So this is not foolproof, but it does give you, like something to trade, I guess I can say, right? It gives you something to trade, and therefore, you're not coming into the market with no game plan. So that's my game plan coming in. That's why I closed out my Apple, because it's at the top of the range here, and I'm starting to see a little bit of pullback. So why am I going to hang on to that? Same thing with Tesla here, but on Tesla, I'm not in any options. I'm just trading shares on it right now, so I don't mind it sticking around here. If you have questions, ask. I have videos on my Tradecaster video library. I wanted to up them every Sunday, but it just gets to be a little too much, unfortunately. So I didn't do it. I do them for myself. I just don't record them and post them anymore. And I probably will every once in a while, but for the most part, I already showed you the strategy, so you can learn how to do it. Look at the option chain, look at the week. For the week, look at the stocks you want to trade. The option chain will show you what the expected move is going to be based on contracts that are being, bought and sold in the option chain. And then by doing that, then you'll be able to set a range for the week. And by setting that range, it will help you trade. I mean, I kind of think it's like the bumpers. And when you're bowling, if you're bowling, you have the little bumpers, and it kind of helps you kind of stay in the middle. Kind of the same idea. All right, looking really good here on target. It's really our main position today. We actually wasn't like our third or fourth trade, so it wasn't our main play, but it's turned out to be one of our best plays because of the move. The premiums moved up a lot. It's up 103% already on target. It's just Monday. We have until Friday. But I suspect this week, guys, we're going to have I suspect, right? And who am I, right? I'm not Nostradamus or anything, but I suspect we have a little pullback this week, and once the pullback begins, it should be significant on tech. And have you guys been seeing those rising wedges on the S&P online somewhere? Like, this is like one of the longest rising wedges we've seen in a while. Well, that's the wedge that we're in if you're in tech right now. I gotta talk to Oscar about that, Bill. All right, target, right? Target is gonna hit our target. It's literally like 20 cents away from that, 30 cents away from hitting that target. That's pretty cool to see. So early in the week too. Yo, we're up 650 for the day, man. It's a good day. Not a bad day. I remember I used to get so excited about $100 days. I was like the happiest guy in the world. I was like, oh, I just made $100 today. Talk to me today. It's like I make $100 in the stock market. I'm like, that's what trading does to you, right? Like in a certain little weird way, it makes you kind of like it makes you lose the value for money sometimes. And by that, I mean, it's just that sometimes you can make it so quick, but you can lose it just as fast. But yeah, man. All right, so we're continuing to watch Target here. Target is like it's almost there. Like I said, we have the rest of the week. So let's just say Target continues to move higher the rest of the week. We'll be in the money from like Monday already. So and then if you look at Target, I mean, it's a pretty interesting chart from the daily perspective here. Because look, we had it. If you look, I don't know how much you know about Target, but Target was as high as $268 at its all-time high. This is a monthly chart, and they started doing all that weird stuff in their store with swimwear for transitioning kids and things like that. Just weird stuff, and it sold off once once that got around, the consumers boycotted to a certain degree. I mean, we boycotted to a certain degree, but we're back. We're back now. But the point being that it sold off, right? And then it came. This was the bottom here, 102. Can you imagine from 268 to 102? Wow, wild stuff. So that drop off. So now that was kind of the bottom of it. You had some. You had already had some levels here to watch. So we're down to the levels that we were back in 2020, if you can believe that. And that's how far down it got down. Now it's bouncing, and maybe a little bit of an upside down head and shoulders here. Maybe it'll come back down again and work its way up. But it's definitely it sounds and feels like it's the worst is behind target. So we'll see how it reacts now. So we're riding this baby to the top, to the wheels fall off here. So that's our price target. It's pulled back a little bit here, so we're 50 cents away or so, but we'll see. I mean, we should probably take a contract, right? We'll see, man. It's still early. But once you get the idea in your head about should I sell, should I add, like it, now you got to battle that idea in your head, right? You got to fight the greed. You got to fight all these emotions. Once you come up with the thought. Russell's back down 28 cents. Russell was a laggard today. It popped up and it came back down. Oil's up too. Oil's up 77.34 on oil right now. Bitcoin is pulling back here, 66,989 or 67,000 even right now. If you're a crypto holder, kudos to you. All right, guys, 8:30 on the West Coast. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. We are a live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific. Please subscribe to our channel here. Subscribe to us here on Tradecaster. You can also follow us on YouTube. On YouTube, I just just kind of load up clips of the show. Sometimes I'll record a couple of hours. Sometimes I won't. Most of the price action happens here on Tradecaster for the most part, but you can catch me live there or live here. And, just watch me trade or, engage me or whatever I can be of some help. I mean, the way I look at it is like I'm going to stream regardless, or I'm going to trade regardless. And streaming is just an added bonus that I can kind of share the way I trade and kind of my mindset and the way my mind works when I'm trading. So hopefully it'll be of some value to you guys. All right, here's a SPY, right, with a little pullback. Look at that. I'm looking at SPY puts for the week, right? So what was my weekly range for? Well, I do the range for SPY as well, right? So on SPY, we have 501.66 to the downside and 518 to the high side, right? So think about that. That's quite a range. A couple bucks. What is that? $8, an $8 range for the SPY this week. So we're already kind of hovering around, right around. This is the top of the range here. Not even close, but I think it just goes to show you how much room we have to go to the upside. We're kind of not even close to the top side here. But let's look at puts for the week. SPY 514. Let me see. So when we look at put contracts for SPY, I'm trying to stay away more from the 0 DTE, man. Though I've been burned so much with 0 DTE. It's not even funny. What's today? 18. So for the 19, 514. We do 514 puts for tomorrow. We're at 165. Oh, man. I'm out of cash. Been trading too much this morning. I got to wait till tomorrow. But probably puts are in play. Maybe even a 0 DTE today. Not financial advice. You will lose money. 514 for today. 514 for today. Okay, cool. He did get paid. $83 for 514 today. All right, let's play it. 86. See if we can still get filled. Oh, we got filled. All right, 514 puts we're taking on SPY for today. 0 DTE, not financial advice. You will lose money. Trade carefully. 0 DTEs are no joke, guys. If you cannot spend time in front of your computer for the rest of the day, do not take 0 DTEs because you got to manage that trade. And it gets very, very challenging to manage that trade if you're not watching it. I mean, I've been burned where I'm like, damn, it dipped to my price target, wasn't in front of my computer, popped right back up, could have got out, made some money, but I didn't. All right, so we're going to put a little line here so we know what our target is. 514. So this is our 0 DTE, right? And 514 is our target price for today. See if we can even get down there. We're 27 cents away from getting there. Otherwise, this 80 bucks would be gone by the middle of the afternoon. All right, guys, that's our target price there. 514, 0 DTE. Not financial advice. You will lose money. Trade carefully. We're 20 cents away from getting that in the money on that. So we'll see how that goes. If we do get in the money on that, we make money. It makes money fast. So let's see how that goes. So far, right now, we're down on it 450. So we're down. We're down about 4.9% on it. So we'll see how that trades out. In the meantime, let's listen to some jams. Rock out, huh? I don't know how that sounds on your guys' side. Is that loud enough? All right, guys, let's go. We're in these trades. See what happens here. 514. We're 513. Here we go. All right. 514.12. We see if we get a break here at 0 DTE. We get a flush down to the. This is a pre-market low here on the red line. See how that works out right now. 514.10. Let's go. I've seen SPY sell off a little bit too, and Apple selling off a little bit. All right, guys, stay tuned here. See how this plays out. All right, I'm gonna look away real quick. Qs are down again. Qs were up, now they're down a little bit, but they're still up for the day. Baba's gone down. Russell's down. AMD's pulling back, still down 0.5%. Looking around chips. Careful with your chip stocks today because NVIDIA is speaking tonight. The CEO of NVIDIA will be speaking tonight at he's a keynote speaker. I think they're pushing some kind of chip that is like 20% more expensive than the current chip, their AI chip, but it's like twice as effective or something crazy like that. So we'll see how that works. All right, we're sitting at 0 DTE here, 514. We're 8 cents away. 50 cents. We're down 50 cents on it. We'll see how it works out. See if we can get a flush here. We got some momentum here to the downside. Volume's kind of dying. Might close one of our targets too. We have 2 of those. We're up 86% on those right now on target on our calls. Little bouncing here. We're bouncing. I know I have this yellow line here for 0 DTE. That is our target for this trade. But we also have the green dash line, which is the pre-market high. So that is a pre-market high. SPY's going to test this and either break it. If it breaks, we flush. If we don't, we might go higher here. So watch the bounce here. Boeing recovering. I told you guys we made money on puts and took calls, but we already closed those out. We had 182.50 calls for Friday, but we chickened out. We got a little scared there. When this candle here is an hourly candle, was red earlier in the hour, so we just said screw it. We've traded a lot this morning already, so we're trying to just stay patient, and we're out of cash for our cash account, so we're gonna just chill out. We got all day on 0 DTE, but like I said, you got to manage that trade. Things move fast on SPY, especially intraday. Yeah, so this weekend, a quick story for you guys here. This weekend we joined a volleyball tournament. So my family and I, my brothers, my sisters, my nieces, their husbands. My nephew Angel belongs to a church, and they put on this volleyball tournament. So we have like family day once a month or once every couple of weeks or so. We have a family day, and the last time we got together, we played volleyball in the backyard. So we were like playing volleyball. So see how quick things change so quickly. We went from playing volleyball in the backyard to a full-blown tournament with like 12 teams. And they were intimidating. There's some tall people spiking the ball. Like, I mean, it can get competitive. The cool thing about this particular team setup is that we needed to have 2 women in our team at all times, and that was both my sisters that were playing that role. And then we had 1 sub, so there was 6 on the court at any time, 7 to make up a team, or minimum 6, right, to play, and subbing. So it was just 7 of us. But anyway, first game, pretty competitive. We got in there with some group. We don't know much about them. We got in there. It was pretty competitive for the first one. But we still lost. I think we lost 6-10. I think the first team to get to 10 would move on. Very simple rules. So they beat us, right? It was pretty competitive. And then we had to just kind of wait for our turn again. So we got off court and we were just chilling. And we got cold. I think we got cold, or I don't know what happened, man. But when we went and played that second game, we got our asses kicked. Like, it was like 10-1, right? It was just terrible. And we couldn't figure it out. We're looking at each other. We're like, what happened? What was the deal? We couldn't figure it out. So we got our butts whooped, and we were kind of, we're like, oh my God, like somber mood, walking back to our chairs, and we're trying to figure out what the hell happened. And then game 3, right? So it was game 3 now. So we go to game 3, and I just like locked in, and I just started freaking pumping everybody up, going up to everybody, telling them to lock in, and we got to win this game. We got to show. And man, that hype really carried over, and we got into this game that became super competitive. We started off down 0-4, so they put up 4 points on us really, really quick. You can tell that there's some people on their team that were, actually play. And and then we just locked in. We started kind of like pumping each other up, and it got all exciting, and we started putting up points, and then we tied them. And then when we tied them, we were getting all hype. We're high-fiving each other. We're like just acting crazy, right? We're acting crazy, high-fiving everybody. And we started to really impact the other team, where they even called the timeout. I didn't even know you can call timeout on volleyball. They call timeout. They join in the middle of the court. They're all like talking to each other. They're all like trying to pump each other up. We're over here like freaking like on cloud 9, guys. We're like having the time of our lives. Like, man, we're all happy and excited. I went up to the ref. I'm like, hey, ref, what's up with this timeout? How long is this timeout gonna be, right? And people are side-eyeing me. We're all excited, man. And boom, man, and the game starts again. And what happens, man? We get to 9-9, right? Point game, baby. Point game, 9-9. Who serves? Your boy right here serves really good. They have 3 opportunities to get the ball over the net, and they started pushing the ball amongst each other, and then they couldn't get the ball over our net. And then we celebrated on that court, man, like we had just won like the national championship. It was so much fun. We hugged, we like jumping. My son was with me. We were just, man, it was such a great feeling to not only to win the way we won, but to pull it together, right? To like come together as a team, pump each other up, be there for each other, support each other. And man, it was awesome, man. It was like the highlight of my weekend. It was with my family, but more importantly, I think it was because of my son, right? Like my second child, my middle child was with me, and he didn't want to go, right? He was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go, Dad, blah, 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 whatever. But I told him, hey, man, I want you to know that when I used to run and I used to hike, the days that I didn't want to run, the days I didn't want to hike were some of my best days. Like, those were the days that I'm so glad I got out. I'm so glad I pushed through, right? Fought that inner bitch and still pushed through. And so what happens at the end of the night, me and my son, right, we go grab some Taco Bell, and then we're chatting about the night, and we have this moment where we're like, damn, dude, that was such a cool night, and I'm so glad that I didn't miss it. So let that be a lesson to you guys that, whenever you are kind of like, whatever the action, whatever the event is, if you don't feel like going for whatever reason, you really don't have a good reason not to go other than you just don't want to go, it's probably going to be a pretty exciting time for you. So yeah, man, thanks for listening to that story with me, man. I thought it was such a cool experience, and I wish that for you in your life as well, to have moments like that, moments of victory, right? Like, we're just so happy, and you learn about yourself because you learn these things about yourself that, it's all about a mindset, right? If I would have had a really poo-poo mindset and I wouldn't spread that and try to help everybody get lifted, I don't know what kind of result we would have gotten. It probably wouldn't have been this one. So anyway, cool stuff, man. It was so fun. It was so much fun. I'm still like, I kept saying to myself, this was Saturday night. I kept saying to myself like all day yesterday, man, yesterday was so much fun. That was so much fun yesterday. So yeah, it was a blast. Anyway, back to trading. So SPY has not, it's fighting the 5-day EMA line here. and let's see if it holds. But that 5-day EMA line on my intraday is critical to me. I usually trade off of this line, so anything above it usually bullish, and anything below it is usually bearish. So I can prove it to you just in this little move here, right? So, kind of riding the wave here, dropped below it, popped up. Once it got above that 5-day EMA line, it kind of respects it, and it does similar. It has a similar action when it's below it. Like, it starts to push it down and push it down. So the 5-day EMA line, it's a great intraday indicator for me. And on a bigger time frames, like let's say you have a daily, weekly, monthly, it's good to have the 8 and 21. So anything below 8 and 21, it's usually bearish. And I learned this from Red Dog. He's on Twitter or X. He's also on Instagram. He's a professional trader, and he trades for a living. So that guy knows what he's talking about. And he's the one who taught me like what I did here with Apple. I had shares on Apple. I took calls in the morning. I'm already out of them. But with Apple, he talks a lot about selling into strength, right? So whenever if you're in shares or you're in options, whatever it is, and there is a catalyst, right, that pumps the stock, that is your opportunity to get out, right? Because that's where the most momentum, when most buyers are coming in, right, to ride that momentum. They're like, oh, like Apple, right? We had the Gemini AI technology, and Apple are talking about maybe adding that to the phones. I don't know what that's going to do to Siri, but they're talking about, maybe some kind of partnership there. Well, that was enough to have the stock rise as much as it did this morning. And by doing that, we took calls at open, made some money on calls, and we sold at the top. And we sold our shares at the top because our average was 170, 274, and we sold at about 177. And we had maybe about 70 some shares on that. So, made some good money on that. And, you might have your opinion about selling the Apple shares or not, but in my mind, I'm just trying to generate cash flow. So I tend to not get emotionally attached to stocks. I was talking about it earlier about, if you're a sports fans, right? Like there's two types of sports fans, right? There's the casual people that like and support a team and, hey, go Chargers. Awesome. I'm a Charger fan. Yeah, they're gutting our team, by the way. I'm like, yeah, cool. No big deal, but I'm not going to get into a fight in the stands with somebody because of my team, right? I'm not going to tattoo a bolt on my body because of my team. I mean, these guys don't even know I exist. There's no way I'm smashing my TV or getting into verbal arguments with people with the opposing team. I can care less. They're just entertainment. So, yeah, don't get too attached to these stocks, man. I mean, I was showing earlier here Target. Target was once $269 at one point, and then it got as low as 102. Right? I think if you're a diehard fan, then you're going to ride that all the way to zero if it does go to zero. So you got to be smart. It happened on Bitcoin too, right? Everybody piling in at 69,000 when it hit the all-time high last time, and it just sold off, right? And that's just, I mean, the number one thing I can share with you guys regarding this topic is that it's a rigged game, period. You are competing against professional traders, institutions, people with a lot of money. Like, it's important that you recognize that the odds are stacked against you, right? And to think otherwise is silly. So you got to understand that the odds are stacked against you, but there are rules to the game. And by understanding the rules and playing by the rules, checking your emotions, and you can have success in the stock market for sure. All right, guys. Watching SPY here. SPY is on watch. We're trying to get to our 0 DTE target of 514, where we got as low as 508, 514.08, and then we popped right back up. This green line, this green dash line here is our pre-market high. There's our pre-market high, so that's where that's where the battle's taking place right now, at that pre-market high. So I think if we can break that, get below the 5-day MA line, we may have some momentum to the downside, possibly down here to the pre-market low, which is sitting about, what's that, about 511, 510. Yeah, but look at the there's buyers stepping up in here. Meanwhile, look at Apple. Apple's selling off now, kind of hit that top of the range. If you guys care or are interested in knowing how I chart every Sundays for myself. Every once in a while I'll record it and share it, but once you learn it, you don't need to keep seeing it. So if you go to my my Tradecaster video library, you could also go to my YouTube as well, but it's on the Tradecaster library, and it's called the expected weekly move or the expected range. And what I do is I basically look at the option market to see what's priced in to move on a particular stock or on a basket of stocks. That's another thing. You guys should not be trading all the stocks. There's over 12,000 or plus stocks in companies in the stock market. I mean, hang on to a couple of few, right? The names Apple, Boeing, Target, SPY, Tesla. Like find your basket of fries. I always say that. I always say basket of fries. Get your basket of stocks and get familiar with the price action. Spend time with them, get to know them, and spend time with them. You'll get to know them. You'll see how they act to price action. You'll see how they'll react to certain news, certain catalysts, bad news. You'll get familiar with the stock. And by doing so, you'll have an edge, right? Because you'll be charting it. You'll be setting levels. You'll start seeing certain things that make sense to you on the stock. And then, it really gives you an edge. So if you're a new trader, those are some of the best things that I can share with you is to, definitely spend time learning the stock that you're trading, like learn how it moves. And you can trade it on paper trade, but the point is, that's the point. And then the other thing I want to share with you guys, since I have a couple of viewers here, I'll share with you guys this pattern, right? So this is something that I study when I'm in my downtime or, in between lunch. I mean, I carry them. I have about 4 different kind of these. And I carry them with me and I have them here on my desk, I'll prove it to you. Here it is, right? So I study these patterns and I try to find these patterns in the chart. And by doing so, you get familiar, right? Especially if you're looking at specific stocks, you start finding these patterns and you can go back and test them. You can mess around with it and get a real edge in trading the market. There's real money to be made here, guys. No lie. And you have to put in the time. You have to put in the time period. All right, look at that. We're bouncing here. We're right back down to this level, 514. Are we still in the money here? What's our SPY position here? All right, we're down 850. We're down 9% on our trade here. Now, mind you, we're down 9% and we're like 28 cents away from being in the money. So it gives you an idea how premiums move in options. Very, when you're climbing, it doesn't climb as fast as is when it's falling. As soon as that trade starts going against you in an option trade, you start losing that premium really, really fast. It's ridiculous when you're on the opposite side of the trade how quickly that premium dries up. So let's look at some levels here just for entertainment aspects. We got about 10 more minutes till we go off air. So some of the levels that I'm looking at here for SPY on this pullback is probably around here. Obviously, we have the pre-market high. This green bar here is our previous day high. So that's Friday's high. And if you go down lower, this red bar is Friday's low. So I always chart, if you were with me in the mornings before we do our pre-market prep, we always set our pre-market highs. Pre-market highs is green and pre-market lows is red here. And then the bar here is previous day low and previous day high. So those are important levels. This is the things that you learn by, just getting education. You learn things like that and they can prove to be very helpful. All right, so we're still watching here SPY. Our target position is still moving in the right direction. We love that. And we're starting to see a little bit of a battle here, starting to break this EMA here. I think that's what EMA line? Oh no, it's looking at the rectangle here. This is the 8-day moving average. So that's the 8-day, and this is the 21-day. I usually don't use these for intraday trading, mainly for daily day trading. For swing trading is when I kind of lean on those a little bit more. But on the intraday is my 5-day. So my 5-day has been solid for me. It doesn't work all the time, but it does give you, like I said, something to trade with, right? You're not just guessing. You're kind of putting a little bit of thought behind it, saying, all right, I'm going to use my EMA line here as an indicator to when to place this trade. All right, so upper left-hand quadrant here, we're seeing Apple come right down to that 5-day EMA line. So speaking of the 5-day EMA line, let's see how this is going to look here. So we're right at it here on the intraday. See if Apple respects that or if we're going to fall through it. All right, 14 cents away from being in the money on SPY. We're almost there, baby. All right, 507. We might flush here, guys. All right, my flush here, guys. Get ready for the flush. All right, here it is, 505, 1403. 514 in the money. Oh, little bounce. All right, see what happens here. It's exciting. $5.14, we're at it. All right, so we're up 7%, 8%. Here it is. There's the break. All right, so our next level will be our previous day high, right? So it's about 513, 513.50. We'll see if we can get down there and break that. If we break that, we should be able to get a lot more momentum to the downside, guys. Trade carefully. Might have been hit the top of the market already. All right, 513.98. We've broken that 514 level. Oh, we're right back above it here. See what happens. Man, it always happens around 9 o'clock, man. I start getting all my business stuff starts popping in, emails, phone calls. So I love to trade early in the morning, man. Usually nobody's up at that time. All right, here's our SPY. We do have some. Let me see, what's the volume here? 2.7 million on this one. We're at 1.6 with about 6 minutes to go. Yeah, I think we're gonna flush, guys. Get ready. Puts are in play here on SPY. Not a financial advice, not a recommendation, but this is a really nice candle formation. Nice reversal here. Look at Apple too. Apple selling off too. Sean's active this morning. All right, 514.05 still holding. 5-day EMA line still holding on Apple as well. Oh, let's get this break, baby. Let's go. Do it. 514, 513.98. To get this flush. Gotta at least get down here. It'll be 513.50. It'll be good. 50 cents. Ooh, gonna keep watching this. Looks top heavy though, right? Looks heavy. And look at our target, man. Target's doing great. Yeah, see, it sold off after it spiked after the earnings, and then it just kind of faded. And then once it broke this line here, this downward trend, we went into calls. All right, guys, see what happens here. It's barely hanging on. We're gonna see if it can break that level, but it's barely hanging on. You see how invested you get into a trade? You get so invested in wanting that move to happen. It's like you want to grab it and just yank it down. All right, Target, man, nice. That's our big money maker today's Target. We with the 4 days to go. All right, starting to get a little bit of a curl down on the 5-day EMA line on Apple. Yeah, starting to get a little heavy here. Let's look at a 15-minute chart real quick. So this is what the 15-minute looks like. And I usually trade on the 15-minute, but I've been kind of going back and forth the 30 and the 15-minute on the intraday. All right, so now it's bouncing off the 21-day line here, which really on a short time frame like this is not really significant, but nevertheless, you know, there is some support there. But look at on the 15, we've already broken down the 5-day EMA line. So we're below it now, and now we're starting to push down on the 15-minute chart. And we're kind of breaching it on the 30-minute chart. But it's holding. It's holding. Oh man, look at Target, baby. Wow, it's already at our target. 167.50. It's about 20 cents away. Nice. Well, all right, traders. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. Again, I am Shimano Trader on Instagram. I'm having second thoughts about pushing that handle. I mean, I have my personal handle. It's probably better. You guys can get to know me on a personal level rather than just on a on a trading level. But anyway, yeah, it's about that time, man. We're about to go off air. Really great day of trading today. I hope that you guys are having a great day of trading as well. But it is about that time where we got to go off air and get to the real world of business. Again, SPY, we're 0 DTE. We're going to stay on that and watch it here. Target is a big money maker for us today. We sold most of our Apple stock position. We did do some option plays on that as well. And then Boeing, same thing. We've closed that out. We didn't lose any money today. I think that's a good day. That's a good day to celebrate. No losing today so far. Still got about 4 more hours or so before the market closes, but so far so good. We're gonna watch a 0 DTE, and then we'll talk about it maybe on the next trading day, next time you guys join me. But other than that, please subscribe to our Tradecaster channel. Appreciate the support, the love, and anything that you can I don't know, just the love and the support, right? That's all I can really ask for. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, we are a live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you next time.